Hey guys, I'm back, and it's been so long since I've seen you that I grew a beard. It's not exactly the world's biggest beard, but I think it's more facial hair than you guys are used to seeing on me. There's a lot to go through in this video, and I want to get through it quickly, try to keep this in a nutshell. First things first, I want to thank the 700 plus of you who have subscribed for being subscribed. Thank you so much. I appreciate your kind comments. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys being here and watching my videos. Thank you so much. As of recording this video, we are 725 plus and counting. Hopefully we're gonna go on to 1,000 plus, you know. That's the goal, to keep growing this community, and hopefully my videos are of service to you guys and you're getting something out of it. So first of all, I wanna get into where I've been for the past while. There have been a couple of projects and life choices that have sort of eaten up a lot of my time. First and foremost, I'm currently working on another YouTube channel. I'm doing the audio over there. I'm doing a lot of the ideas, a lot of the directing, a lot of the creative behind it. It's called We Suck at Cooking. Myself and my cousin, we teach you how to cook the dishes that we enjoy. But it's more than just cooking. It's a food channel. It's sort of holistic, kind of the way that I do things here. It's all about the food. So we do taste tests. We try foods for the first time. We try to cook stuff. We just recently did a video that should be coming out shortly, where we tried a bunch of different build your own pizza places and we sort of ranked them. That's going to be a lot of fun when it comes out. That channel is called We Suck at Cooking, and if you are so inclined, we would highly appreciate it if you came and supported us. I'll leave the link down below. Maybe I'll put some kind of bubble here. I know YouTube has changed a lot, and I'm going to get into some of those things later on in this video. But yeah, we would really appreciate your support. If you like food, you're probably gonna like our channel. So please give us a little support over at We Suck at Cooking, and you can follow us at We Suck at Cooking Official on Instagram and We Suck at Cooking on Twitter to stay up to date with us. So some of the other things that are sort of eating up my time right now include work and school. I've actually gone back to school. I'm working on getting my teaching credential. I haven't mentioned a lot of this stuff here on this channel, but for the past 5 years, I've been working as a paraeducator at a high school. I won't mention what high school, and I've also been coaching soccer at the same high school. So that's been sort of my job for the last couple of years. I really enjoy it. I found that I have a passion for teaching. So I'm currently in school working on my teaching credential. I just started. It's a long road ahead of me, and it eats up a lot of my time, but it's something that I'm very passionate about. And you know, with a little luck and persistence, I'm gonna make it. It's gonna take me a little longer than it takes most people, but hopefully at the end of it, I will be an English teacher. Actually, I majored in English, so I hope to be a high school English teacher. Aside from that, like I said, I work at a high school. There's a lot of misconceptions of what it means to be in education. For a lot of us who are very passionate about it, it eats up more time than your normal, 9 to 5. So sometimes I'm on campus from about 8 a.m. to almost 8 p.m. So it does eat up a lot of my time, but it's very fulfilling work and I enjoy it very much. So that's kind of kept me busy. That coupled with the school has kind of eaten up a lot of my time that I could be using for making videos. I've also been limited by some of the space in that I work in. There's an old picture on my Instagram, SOMBERAMARATH. You can find me on Instagram, follow me on there to stay up to date. I don't tend to post too much on social media. I'm a little more active on Twitter, although it's a lot of me berating the powers that be. But every now and then I get into music. But there's an old photo on Instagram where you see kind of the reduced space that I work in. And at the moment, I'm currently working on trying to move out of my current place into a bigger space, and so that's eating up a lot of my time as well. So the limited amount of space and the fact that it gets incredibly hot in this bedroom with all the lights has been sort of an issue in making the kind of videos that I would like with the kind of quality that I would like. and it's kind of kept me at bay a little bit. So that being said, I want to talk a little bit about some of my plans for the future and some of the changes that I've had to my setup. So first and foremost, I'm actually recording this on a GoPro Hero Session 5. It's a little tiny camera, it's kind of a little cube, but I found that it's a fantastic little camera. And of course, I got this camera for my other project over at We Suck at Cooking. Make sure you hit that link in the description below and go give us at least a little bit of your time. Check us out. Hopefully you like us and you stick around, subscribe, and all that good stuff. So I'm recording this with that camera. It makes things a little bit easier to record on that camera. It's a lot easier of a setup than with my DSLR. And I plan on using it for this channel as well. I would like to start doing some unboxing videos. I've realized that I have a lot of gear that I demonstrate on here, but I don't necessarily demonstrate how the gear comes. And I think a lot of people are curious to see what they're gonna get when they order that piece of equipment, because the reality is that in a lot of cases, we're no longer going to brick and mortar stores anymore and picking up that piece of gear and taking it home. We're ordering off a website and it arrives through the mail, and you know, we don't really know what comes in the box the way that we would if we were in store. For sure, let me know down in the comments if that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing a lot of. If that's the case, then I'm going to make sure that I pick up all the gear that I have lying around that has all its original boxing and show you how it came, or maybe some of the stuff that I picked up that didn't necessarily have all its original packaging. I know there's a pedal that I'm going to want to review once I get rolling again, that I have a quick little story about how not everything that should have been in that box was in that box. So that's some of my plans for the future. Now, as you know, since I've been gone, YouTube has changed drastically. That doesn't mean I'm gonna leave you guys, but it has hindered me a little bit. I no longer qualify for ads, so I no longer have ad revenue. So that is gonna kind of hinder me a little bit. Luckily, I've managed to garnish quite a bit of gear that we can go through and review before I kind of hit a brick wall with new gear, or needing new gear, or wanting new gear, or having to get something that you guys haven't seen yet, or any of that stuff. And you know, if the channel grows, maybe I'll be eligible for that ad revenue again at some point. But I will say I am looking into some of the options that other YouTubers have gone on to. For instance, Patreon is one that I'm looking at. I've sort of tinkered with it. I'm not ready to release it. At some point later on, I might do that. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that below. I will tell you this. As we currently stand, if 1% of you join me at $1 on Patreon, that is a $1 subscription, which is the only subscription I'm working on right now, although I have plans for 3 tiers, but at the moment it's just $1. If 1% of you guys join me there, I would be making roughly the same that I was making before with YouTube. At 10%, we're talking enough money for on a monthly basis, we could basically review something that you guys choose, and that would definitely be a Patreon perk. You guys would vote on that gear. I would go out and get it with the funds that you have allocated me through Patreon, and we would review that for sure. And then it gets crazier from there. At 50%, at that $1 mark, I would be able to basically pick up just about anything you guys wanted to see within reason, and it would also help fund some other stuff around my channel, you know, like better gear, better recording equipment, better editing, all that good stuff. If for some reason 100% of you guys subscribed at $1 on Patreon, as the viewership stands, we would be able to do a whole lot more. We'd be able to do all kinds of giveaways, which I failed to mention that at 50% we'd actually be able to do that as well. And actually we might even be able to do it with 25% of you guys. But as I was saying, so Patreon is something I'm looking into. I would like to start off with maybe 3 tiers, although I might, if you guys give me positive feedback down in the comments below that you'd like to be a supporter on Patreon. I might just release it as the 1 tier, and right now my idea for that is you guys would get a video a week early. You would get all videos a week early. You would have exclusive access to polls that would essentially decide changes on the channel, and that would be exclusively available to you guys. So you on Patreon would be making those decisions, and then of course your questions would get priority on Patreon. So questions that you left on Patreon would get priority. I would answer those first and then answer other questions. So that's sort of some of my plans that I have on how to maintain this sustainable and increase it and improve, and hopefully we'll be able to do some of that. But let me know your thoughts down below, and I'm still here to answer your questions, so keep leaving your questions for me. I'll keep answering them. Okay, with that being said, I want to wrap up this video by giving you guys an unboxing and a little bit of a tease into some of the stuff that I want to do later on. So this guy arrived not too long ago, and I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Instead, I'm gonna show you. So I got my trusty box cutter here. That's a little bit much, maybe there. And we're gonna start with the sides. So you wanna make sure you're cutting away from yourself, although I've always found that to be awkward. So do what I say and not what I do. And you know, part of the reason you cut away is because you don't want to cut yourself, but there we go. So that kind of worked out a little bit better. But I've always felt very awkward doing it that way. Go figure. All right. We got some stuff here. I got a receipt taped here. We don't need to see any of that information. And here it is. I got some paper. We're gonna get rid of that. So I got myself this. This is it's a really small pedal board made by Onstage. I can't read it, but I believe it's the GPB 2000. For the longest time, I've wanted to make a small pedal board. Yeah, that's what it is, GPB 2000. Here it is, guys. There's the box there. There's the side. There's the other side. I don't know if you've seen this side yet. These sides don't really, I don't know if you can see that. These sides don't really have anything too interesting on them. But yeah, like I said, I've been wanting to make a small pedal board, something that you can just pick up and run. You know, friends hit you up and they're like, hey, you know, we want to do a show with you. You grab that, it's got your tone, you go and do your show. And I realized while I was researching that, you know, this could also be a way to make a very cheap pedal board that is also high quality. So I started looking into how am I going to make a pedal board that's as inexpensive as you probably can get it, while still having a kind of high quality touch going on with it. And so I ran into this guy made by Onstage Stands, and instantly I was like, that's the board. This guy I bought for just under $50. I really like it because of this right here. So it's got a little height, it's a little lower on the bottom, a little higher on the top, and that means I can put in a fairly small power supply down there. For instance, a T-Rex Fuel Tank Junior, or the new True Tone used to be Visual Sound, I believe. They used to, I'll write it here if it's wrong. I believe they used to be Visual Sound, but the guys that make the One Spot now go by True Tone, and they have a couple of isolated power supplies. One of them I believe is the CS6. I might be wrong there, but that one is it's very thin, and that one should also fit in this box. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and open the box. I'm not seeing anything in the way. Well, that's not the way to go. Oh, I guess you open it from the top. So we're gonna need the box cutter again. Cut into the tape. Open it up. And there it is. And we pull it out. And goodbye to that. We don't need that anymore. And it comes in this plastic bag here that we're going to completely tear apart in a moment. This is another feature that won me over. It comes with its own little carrying bag. It's actually feeling pretty good. I just needed something to carry it in, something to protect my pedals from dust. I hate dust getting on my pedals. That's one of the reasons why I've been looking into pedal boards for a long time. I don't really even care. I don't go out too often to play, but you know, it's an added bonus that I can go ahead and pick it up and go. Anyway, so let's tear into this guy and see what we have inside. Don't need that. There it is. This is really nice, actually. It's a really nice feel to it. It's got a carrying handle right there, and on the sides, it's got these metal pieces that obviously are for a strap that I'm pretty sure we're gonna find on the inside. Now, on the bottom, real quick, it's got these nice rubber feet. I really like that. That's real nice. You know, when you're at a gig, you know, you're putting your stuff down on hard cement or whatever it may be. It's a nice way to protect the bag. So the zipper is over here. So we're gonna open it. Hopefully you guys are getting this. Oh, and it's actually backwards in there. So hopefully you guys can catch that. There it is. It's backwards in there. And then we have a nice little area here with a little mesh lining, and there's the strap. Let's go ahead and open that up so you guys can see, because that's the whole point of doing these unboxing videos. Whoops. And that's a pretty nice strap. Metal pieces on the end to clip. There it is again. I'll make sure to do a full video on this. If you guys want it, make sure you leave it in the comments below. Let me know you want to see a full video of it, and I'll get to that. So there's a strap. The pad for the shoulder feels pretty nice. We're going to go ahead and put that to the side for now. And ooh, they've given us some Velcro. We'll take more Velcro than we're probably going to need. It looks like this is both sides in each strip. And yes it is. So we get 3 strips of Velcro. I'd say this is about maybe 2 feet, maybe a little less. Yeah, about 2 feet each. So about 6 feet of Velcro is included. And then we got some of this gel silica stuff. We'll put that to the side. And here's the pedal board. So as you can see, it slants. That's nice. It makes things a lot more comfortable when you're stomping. It's got these nice little holes here. That's definitely going to make it easier to route, you know, your power cables for your pedals, and maybe even your cables for your pedals. Although on a board this small, you're probably going to just connect them. You're going to get maybe 5 pedals on here or whatnot. On the back, we got this nice cutout hole here, which of course is going to help you with the power supply that you're going to put there, or maybe not. But if you do put one, you can get the cable to come out this way, and you know, makes it easier to plug things in. On the bottom here, we got these rubber feet. The ones here on the bottom part, they're pretty basic, kind of like what you would see on a lot of stomp boxes. These are a little more robust, they feel. Nice little rubber cones, and just as expected, there is space. So from here to the base is higher. There's more space, that is to say. So from here to here, there's more space than from here to here, obviously, but just to let you know. So there you have it, guys. That is the GPB 2000 pedal board. I'm going to be using this to make a mini pedal board that you can use basically as a pick up and go. If you're called to a gig, if you're called to jam, if you're making a small, inexpensive pedal board and you don't want to spend a lot of money. I really like the build quality of this. This is a solid piece of metal. If you guys wanted to see me do a full-on demonstration of this whole thing, make sure you leave it in the comments below. So with that being said, thank you so much for 700 plus subscribers. Let's get on to 800 and hopefully 1,000 plus in the future. I know this video has been longer than a lot of the videos that I've been putting out lately. I can guarantee you we'll have shorter videos that are more to the point in the future. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being subscribed. Make sure that if you're not subscribed, you're hitting that subscription box and you hit the notification bell, because all of that has changed on YouTube now. And with that being said, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.